Hi and welcome. My name is Rich Pasini. Today is September 18th, 2019. Thank you for tuning in. I just want to start off by saying thank you to all the new subscribers who recently subscribed to my channel. I hope you like the content and you come back for more. Today I'm going to do the reseller news. I got quite a few windows opened up, so without further ado, let's jump right to it. Okay, for those who are new, I do not read everything verbatim. I will give you the URL as to where I got the information from, and the rest is up to you if you'd like to pick up where I left off. The URL for this one here is www.panorama.am.com. Story is, this was posted, yesterday, September 17, 2019. Central Bank warns against fake coins advertised on eBay. Central Bank of America informs that collection of coins dedicated to the 80th death anniversary, I just want to make sure, Polish Armenian painter Theodore Askentovich, I'm sorry if I can't say the name too well, are on sale on eBay online auction. The collection, comprising of 8 coins, is made of silver, depicts the coat of arms of the Republic of Armenia. Armenian markings are the sale price of 100 AMD on its observe. Yeah, okay. It goes on to say, as the bank reports, the coins are not issued by the Central Bank and are fake. Measures, then it goes on to say, measures have been taken to reveal that the falsifiers and bring them to responsibility. And for all reports, Titor Askentovich, I can't say his name, Askentovich, coins were issued by the bank in 2010, and all volumes are consumed. Information about the collector coins in Central Bank of Armenia is available on its website. Well, the only reason why I brought this to your attention, folks, is because there are coin collectors out there, and I just wanted to make you guys aware of it. I don't know if you buy these particular coins, but if you do, keep that in mind. And with that, we're going to move on. All right, let's move to the next window here. Okay, this one here is, as far as I know, is another eBay related story. At least I thought I seen something with eBay here. Well, yes it is. Okay, I just want to make sure. This story here is the URL for this is www.gg.com. That's what it looks like. Or GQ, I'm sorry, gq.com.au. Whew. I have to get better glasses here. All right. This story here was posted. Let's see. Do I have a post date? I always like to throw the dates out, folks, so you know. This is right up here. It's September 17, 2019. The reason I like to post the dates out so you know that this ain't old information. You know, I want to try to keep you guys as abreast with fresh content as soon as possible. When it gets handed down to me, well, not handed down to me, when it gets emailed to me by Google Alerts, I like to try to put it out. But sometimes I get them late at night or the wee hours in the morning, and I'm not going to be doing the reseller news those ungodly hours. So, that's why I like to put the date out there, and I try to do the best I can. I get tons and tons of emails from all different sources, all about e-commerce, eBay, Amazon, Etsy, you name it. I just kind of like pick and choose out of the litter, so to speak, as to what I want to share with you guys. But anyway, this one goes on to say here, what was the title again? Okay. The final boxes of VBT are selling for hundreds each. Okay. Now, I'm not familiar with this here. Apparently, it's called Victoria Bitter. Okay. And it goes on to say here, thankfully, it's for a good cause. At GQ, we are not showing off here. We get sent quite a lot of random things in the post every day. Some of these things I'm getting tongue twisted here. Some of these things we ask for so we could try them out and maybe write about some. We don't. Some we don't. Then it goes on to say it's sort of the nature that the media beast, as any PR person will tell you. I'm sorry about the grandfather clock, folks. I apologize about too many interruptions here today. I should say this evening. Then it goes on to say every now and then we get sent everything, the value of which only becomes apparent to us as further down the line. For instance, where we were one of the presumably many outlets sent a box of Victoria Bitter tea a month or so ago, We were intrigued by it, and naturally, we were very thankful to VB, so we decided to try it out and jot down our thoughts. Okay, I'm not really a tea drinker. I don't know if you guys are, but I'm not. It goes on to say here, then we probably forgot about it. As it turns out, that though sitting on the GQ desk right now is something that the Brew Able gold mine, as the final few boxes of the VBT are apparently worth, okay, a buttload of money. I'm not going to sit here cursing on my channel here. According to a statement of the Australia's favorite brewer, the first batch of the VBT sold out within 24 hours, leaving them scrambling to find the last 11 boxes of the Holy Brew. Okay. In a partnership with Steve Wall Foundation, they decided to put these final XI boxes here up for sale on eBay, with all the proceedings towards going towards helping children in Australia battling rare diseases. All right, I'm not going to read too much into this here, folks. Again, I just wanted to share with you because it is an eBay-related story. And for the fact that I'm not really a tea drinker, but for those of you out there, maybe you might be interested in this here. I don't know. I'm just curious to see, does it have any prices of it? Okay, oh, here we go. That's what I was looking for. You know, whenever I do these stories, I always like to see what they're talking about. It says currently all 11 kits are available on eBay with this high bid for one particular kit sitting at 425 AUD, I guess Australia dollars. The rest are hovering in a couple of $100 each. And hey, it's a great cause. You can bid right here with each auction to set end late on September 18th. Okay. And again, you could read the rest of that if you like. I could scroll down to the bottom if you don't want to go to the website. However, if you've seen some of my videos, you'll know that I always tell you to go to the website because sometimes they have active hyperlinks, which in this case they do. The one's bolded in red, and down here below here, they have, again, active hyperlinks. So if you want to read more into it, you really should go to the website. Okay, the next one is one of my favorites. This and Ecommerce Bites. This is from TameBay. Let me give you the URL. It's www.tamebay.com. And it goes, where are the eBay account alert warnings? Okay, now I didn't get a chance to read this here. Again, everything is late. You can see this was posted September 16, 2019. As a rule, when they come out like during the day, like on that date, I try to put them out depending how busy I am throughout the course of my day. But this was posted September 16, 2019. It says, this weekend, I got a long overdue new laptop, and the difference in the account setup was stark. I opened the eBay on the new device, logged in, and placed an order, and it was business as usual. But when I logged in Google, just about every device I have started pinging with the account alert warnings on the computer and pop-ups and email alerts on the Android, warning me that the new device has logged into my account. Well, you know, I know this. I know when I plug my phone in, my Apple iPhone 5S, when I plug into my computer, I do get an acknowledgement. And on the on my phone, well, actually, it'll say on the thing there on my computer, do you trust this device? And I do acknowledge it because it's my cell phone. But I think that's a pretty good feature in a way. Like I said, I didn't get a chance to read this whole thing. But let's see what this guy is referring to here. This is by Chris Dawson. It says, we've been informed of over 20 eBay sellers who have lost money in the scam. Okay, now it's a scam thing. That's a different story. I thought they were referring about acknowledgments because my computer does that every time I plug my iPhone in. But anyway, it goes like this. Let me just pick up where I left off. It says, we have been informed of over 20 eBay sellers who have lost money in the scam where the sellers' accounts have had their account compromised by their PayPal payment email address changed on a few listings with low value but high sell-through rates. Cases keep coming in, and verified funds stolen are now in the excess of 350,000. This has got to be pounds, I guess, right? Is this the one there? Well, anyway, yeah, they're usually in the United Kingdom. In excess of 350,000 pounds, with an average loss of 16.9K. eBay continued to direct sellers to PayPal to recover their stolen funds. PayPal continued to point out that the fraud happened on eBay's and assert that eBay are responsible. Ooh, they're picking at each other. It goes on to say the local police are naturally unable to do much with the fraud of this nature and direct the victims to action fraud who to date don't appear to have taken up a single case. Now, if you want to read more into this here, if you guys feel like you've been victimized by a scam, you know what to do. Contact, like I said, they give you this here. Contact the what was it again? The action. I'm looking over here. Action fraud, whatever. Well, like I said, you could also could also call your local police as well too. But yeah, I thank God I've been using PayPal for many years. Now this could be a UK problem because this is a UK website. Tamebay.com is a UK website. So maybe this is transpiring in the UK, but you never know what can happen in other countries or other states. It can happen here as well. You know what I'm saying? So if you feel like you've been a victimizer of this here, take the precaution and you know what to do. Apparently, PayPal's throwing it back in eBay's lap, and this is a crazy situation. I'll scroll down here. I think the rest are going to be, what do you call it? These are going to be comments. So if you want to have your say in it, you're going to have to sign up with them. You give the name is required, email is required, and when you submit it, you can notify them. They'll say click here to notify me of following comments via email. Crazy stuff, folks. Crazy things going out there. That's why when I do the reseller news, I like sharing it with you guys, especially if you're seller, eBay sellers. Well, it doesn't matter even if you're an e-commerce seller, just in general. Be aware of what's going on there, especially with the scams. All right. I gave you the URL. If I didn't, let me one more time. It's www.tamebay.com. And the story you're looking for is where the eBay account alert warnings. That's the story you're looking for. And again, just to rehash, this was posted September 16th, 2019. Now, the rest of the windows over here are going to be from Ecommerce Bite. And we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. All right? We got 8 windows here. I'm going to give the URL once so I don't keep repeating myself over and over again. It's www.ecommercebites.com. Okay. Our first story, now this one here is, again, old, it's backdated. It's from September 12th. I've seen it. I went through it. I had it in my folder, my email folder. I've been wanting to do this here. And unfortunately, like I said again, things happen. So I do apologize to all my subscribers and people who hit the channel. I do apologize for posting it out late. Like I said again, this could happen on occasion, so I'm sorry. This was posted again September 12, 2019. It says eBay screws up notice of mandatory payments enrollment. It goes on to say here, eBay screwed up an important notice about the managed payments, giving sellers another reason to be leery of eBay's decision to inject itself into the payment process on its marketplace. All right, I didn't opt into it, so whatever's going on with this here, like I said, right now at this point in time, it doesn't affect me. But for those of you who are opted into this here, this may be some important information for you, even though it has been posted September 12th. Then it goes on to say here, let's see, did I read that whole part there? Okay, eBay sent an email to notice to many sellers this week, informing them that they are required to register for managed payments by October 22nd. Otherwise, they won't be able to create new listings. Oh no, that's terrible. Oh boy. But the subject line in the email notification read, "Count on big sales with these items," which was also the title of the marketing email some users received according to sellers. And it goes on to say just a little more to read into it. It says, in addition, many sellers reported receiving the email notice as one long, dense paragraph of a text, making it difficult to read. And then it tells you see post 12, which is an active hyperlink. You can see this thread. You can read it there. That's why I said you got to go to, you should sign on to these websites in order to read more into it. I'm not going to post into it because it's too much. It'll be too much for me to read into. Then it goes on to say here, all right, for text making it to read on this thread of the eBay boards for a screenshot, and some said there was the first notice. This was the first notice they had received. And just this last part I'm going to read over here. It says transaction of managed payments is a big deal. Once sellers enroll, their buyers no longer pay them. See, that's the part I don't like. That's what I'm not crazy about. Okay, it says instead buyers pay eBay, and then eBay then disperses the funds to the sellers. See, that's the part I don't like. I don't like the idea of eBay having control of my money. It should be a direct thing between the buyer and seller. I don't need eBay to be the mediator. You know what I'm saying? That's the part that bothers me. Like I said, for those who follow me, I have a love-hate relationship, and I always say it in a joking way. I love eBay when I'm making money, and I hate it when I'm not. But when it comes to somebody controlling my money, that I don't like. You know, first off, we all have bills, naturally. Now, suppose, you know, eBay gets these funds and they hold it depending on when they're going to disperse it. Is it going to be a day or two? Is it going to be a week? I don't know when that's going to happen. Is it going to be right away? Well, it says over here, for those who have immediate access to the funds through in their PayPal account, it can have a serious impact on their finances. See? That's what I'm saying. For those used to have immediate access to their funds in their PayPal account, it can have a serious impact on their finances. I don't like the ideas here. I'm not going to read too much into it because, like I said, I got a lot of windows open up. Let me know what you think. If you guys have any say in it there, like if you think you're okay with this here, it doesn't bother you, let me know what you think. I'm curious to know. You could drop a comment below. I'm going to scroll down here in case you don't want to go to the website, which I recommend you do. These are comments, and boy, these comments look pretty big. I love reading them because I love to read what other eBay sellers and buyers have to say about these topics, you know. I really do love seeing, you know, I like to read what they have to say. Now, there's quite a few of them here. If you don't want to go onto the website, you could always pause the video, all right? And then you could, you know, if you do, then you could, you know, if you want to read more into it, the active hyperlinks, then you got to sign in. But again, I will scroll to the bottom, and the rest is up to you if you'd like to pick up and read more into this here. Okay? All right. And you also can log into if you want to make a comment. Okay? They'll tell you right over here, log on is required to post comments, to sign into or leave a comment using the AB Verify username, and so on and so forth. You can read it yourself. That's what we got going on here. Yeah, I am not going to be crazy about. I'm not crazy about the managed payment thing, the process they have, but I don't know. Maybe you guys might be okay with it. I'm not. Okay, let's bump out of here if I can. Okay, you already do this here. Okay. This story came out September 14, 2019. It says Amazon FBA packaging service. Well, I also talk about Amazon as well as eBay too. This is an e-commerce news site, so I'm going to be touching bases on a little of everything here, folks. But a good majority is going to be probably with eBay as well. But just to keep that in check. Okay, so it goes on. Amazon FBA repackaging service no longer optional, and it goes on to say Amazon offers a repackaging service for the sellers who use its FBA fulfillment service. Well, we all know fulfillment by Amazon. That's what FBA stands for. The FBA repackaging service allows Amazon to repackage your eligible customers' returns so they can be sold as new. It may sound good in theory and may be good for some types of products, but given Amazon's low tolerance for buyer complaints, sellers worry about leaving repackaging in the hands of the warehouse workers. I'll be honest with you. I am registered as a seller on Amazon, but I'll be honest with you. I'm not crazy about drop shipping and things like that for the simple reason I've been hearing a lot of war stories about that there. Buyers will be making purchases, and sometimes they get the wrong item or they don't get the item, and then it reflects bad on people, so on sellers. I'm not too crazy about it, but with the point they're bringing out here, about, you know, they're worrying about how the seller's going to repackage their items. I'd rather come directly back to me. I'd rather repack it and reship it myself. Okay? Now, reading more into this here, it says sellers have been able to opt out of repackaging, which would be me. However, a seller noticed a change in the program this week when they wrote FBA repackaging service is gone when you go into your fulfillment by Amazon setting in the Seller Central, and settings top right can no longer be disabled. Per the Learn More help page, repackaging is automatic for eligible items, while refurbishing is an optional service. Now, I'll scroll down here, and you can read more into it. Of course, you're going to get the comments. If you get the chance, folks, check out the comments. They really are good. All right. Okay. All righty. Let's move to the next window. Hopefully, we can get this thing done. I really like to wrap it up. It goes on to say this one's September 13th, 2019. Postage stamp rate hikes to 55 cents ruled unlawful. Oh, that's going to be a nice dinger for the postage. I've been getting a couple of buyers asking me if I could do better on postage, and I told them, like, what can I do? You know, they're asking me if I could get a cheaper postage rate. I weigh the items up, and if that's what it comes out to be, that's what it comes out to be. I don't have any jurisdiction over the Postal Service, you know. So we better be prepared to get impacted with a higher postage rate. But anyway, it goes on to say, one determined person can make an impact. Douglas Carlson, a self-professed postal watchdog, challenged the Postal Regulatory Commission, PRC, approval of a 10% increase in the cost of a forever postage stamp that took effect in January. On Friday, he found vindication. Okay. Again, I'm not going to read too much. It says the U.S. Court of Appeals for D.C. Circuit ruled that a 5-cent price increase of 55 cents did not meet the Administrative Procedures Act, APA, requirements for reasoned decision making. And then reads a little more into it here. It says Carlson filed a petition in December for reviews of the PRC's order approving the USPS plans to raise cost for one ounce stamp first class letter from 50 cents to 55 cents. Oh. You know, I guess that's expected, the cost of living going up and so on and so forth, the price of gas and food and everything else. I guess it's a justified increase, you know. What can I say? What do we have a choice? I mean, you know, unless you want to hop on a plane and deliver this stuff to your buyers, right? Could you imagine that? No, I'm just saying that's a crazy thing. Anyway, again, it goes on here. Lastly, it goes in January. Post on the SaveThePostOffice.com website, Carlson explained, the Postal Service assertions for defying logic and common sense is an insult to the insult the intelligence of the American public. The consumer price index rose 2.4%, rounding up 2 cents. Rate hike might have been in order. However, apparently the 2-cent increase would have to be too complex for the average customers to understand. Not only will the customers more easily grasp the concept of 5-cent increase, so the argument goes, but they also supposedly will prefer to pay 55 cents instead of 52 cents. Okay. You guys can read the rest of this here. You see over here the blue lettering? That's all active hyperlinks. I'm not going to keep repeating that, so you know the deal. However, I will scroll down, and you can pause the video if you want to read their comments. If not, that's totally up to you, folks. Okay? All right. Now, with that one there, let's bump out. eBay notifies sellers. This one came out September 15, 2019. I wonder if this is the one I'm thinking about. I'm not too crazy about this one either, this particular story. The people, somebody that wrote in, it's either buyer or seller that wrote into the Einer. And for those who don't know, Einer Steiner is the owner and founder of Ecommerce Bites. And apparently somebody wrote in, so let's read what it says. Dear Einer, I am curious, how many sellers have received an email from eBay alerting them updates to the eBay user agreement? I got already 2 of them. I received mine today, September 14, and yet it states that these changes will be taking effect August 30th, 2019. All right. Now, again, this seems like old news, but it is kind of, right? It says, besides the annoyance that the updates were sent after the fact, I am shocked to read in the listing conditions to drive a positive user experience, a listing may not appear, check this out, a listing may not appear in some search and browse results regardless of the sort order chosen by the buyer. Isn't this illegal? And then it goes on to say here, shouldn't sellers be advised if their listings will be hidden from the buyers? If my listings are not going to appear, I do not want to pay to list them, or even if it was free. Why would I waste my time creating a listing that would be hidden? And then it goes on to say, yeah, I am beyond shocked. I know on some of your boards there have been people claiming this happens already, but I was never sure. To have eBay admit this is a real eye-opener. Okay? Now, again, you know the rule. I'm not crazy about it. I think I read this story once before on another site. And when I read it, I was kind of appalled myself. Because, you know, again, you know, when you're listing items on eBay, that's like your real estate you're paying for. You know, you're paying for that. Let alone they put sponsored listings on there. And sometimes they do put other listings in there, and your copy competitors on your site. I did a video on that once before. If you don't believe me, you could check it out. I don't know which one it is, is probably somewhere in the reseller news, but I wasn't crazy about it. Just like I'm not crazy about the new managed payment service they're going to be implementing soon. Well, in October, which is right on the corner anyway. All right, let's move right along. This story here, you might want to read into this here. Let's scroll up. This is the one you're looking for, okay? This is the one I read. This one kind of like got me a little annoyed after reading it, but it is what it is, all right? Let's move right along here. Okay, let me just get a little swig of water here. Okay, it goes on to say here, this one came out September 12th, 2019. Buyers disgusted by eBay sales tax snafu turns to Amazon. Oh, great. Again, someone wrote into Ina. Dear Ina, it seems eBay cannot implement tax collection correctly in Connecticut. 3 months ago, I purchased some OTC medicine and was charged sales tax. There is no sales tax in Connecticut on these products. I contacted eBay at the time and was told they would look into it, and of course, never heard back. I've had a situation like that. I share your same sentiments. In some cases, I can't say for sure, but there have been times they said they would get back to me, and only on one occasion I think it happened they didn't. But for the most part, they usually get back to me. It goes on to say, I tried to purchase the same item today and was again going to be charged sales tax. Contacted support and was told anything shipped to CT will be charged sales tax. I emptied my cart and purchased the item at Amazon. A few dollars more, but their system is competent enough not to charge sales tax, Frank. Well, you see, it's the little trivial things like this that's going to turn buyers off. Okay, this is going to be an ongoing issue with eBay if they don't get their act together. Like I said again, there's been stories from other sellers in regards to and buyers with that managed pay thing. I've been reading a little thing about that. There are people not happy with it. The other thing there, where I just read just the page before this one, where they're hiding your listings or they're not being shown and you're paying for it. That's another thing that's going to, these are like little demerits. Every time eBay does something like this, they keep putting up demerits. And eventually what happens is you're going to drive buyers and sellers away. You're going to drive the sellers away from doing business on your website. And you're going to drive buyers away. They're going to go elsewhere, just like in this story here. So, you know, I like eBay. I've been with you guys for 20 years, but I really wish you'd get your act together and fix it. Fix this problem, you know. Let me know what you guys think about this story here. If you had a scenario, if you had a situation like this here, if you want to share with us, that'd be great. I'm just curious to hear what you have to say about it. Anyway, you know the URL. Okay, this one here was posted September 13, 2019. Small Business Payment Spotlight, how shoppers are paying. It says the percentage of shoppers using digital wallets like Apple Pay and Google Pay to make a person purchases from small retailers have doubled in the past year to 10%. And they are increasingly using third-party payment methods like PayPal for online shopping. Usage has grown from 11% in 2017 to 27% in 2019. That's according to the Bank of America Merchant Services third annual Small Business Payment Spotlight released this week. Now you can read more into this here, folks. Okay, if it affects you. I don't use those services, Apple Pay and Google Pay. I don't really buy anything on my cell phone. Not that I don't trust the services, but I don't. Anything I do is on my desktop, and I use right now for any of my purchases when it comes to shopping online. I use PayPal exclusively. So if this may be something you might want to read into, check it out. I'll scroll down here, and if you want, you can check it out. And by the way, that's Ina Steiner. She's the co-founder and editor of Ecommerce Bites. Okay, so that's who I was talking about. So now you know who she is. For those who don't know, all right, let's move right along. We're going down to the last window here. 2 windows. Okay. It says eBay, this story came out September 13, 2019. eBay connects Main Street businesses to global marketplace. eBay's Vice President of Government Relationship Public Policy, Kathy Forster, published a post on the company's corporate blog to tap its retail revival program, which she said connects Main Street businesses to the global marketplace. It goes on to say eBay operates a retail revival in a growing number of cities. The program offers participating local small businesses training, coaching, and promotional support to sell on its platform. And the rest is up to you if you would like to read it, because I would like to keep this as short as possible. And it looks like this is a short one too, but even though I'm not going to read more into it because it is getting late over here, it's going on 7:30 p.m. I'm over here in the East Coast of New York, and this is kind of a late time. I usually do it. I don't like to do, just to let you guys know out there who do follow me, I don't really like to do the reseller news or any type of videos creating late in the evening. There's been times I've been doing them like at 10, 11 o'clock at night, and I said that's not going to happen anymore. So I really don't want to, feed too much into this here and keep it going too long. This one here, this story is posted September 13, 2019. PayPal works on some delayed settlement glitch. It says over here, PayPal issued an informational report on Friday titled Delayed Settlement Recovery, notifying customers that between June 11th and August 23rd, 2019, there had been a payment processing delay that affected certain transactions. Merchants who were impacted received payment, but the transaction wasn't charged to the customer's card until days and weeks after the PayPal's normal processing time frame, it explained. Wow. It says over here, sellers and buyers who were impacted will receive additional information in coming days. Now, remember, don't get alarmed. This was posted September 13th. Okay, keep that in mind, all right? It doesn't look like there's much to read here. However, I do recommend you check it out, okay? And just one little comment here from somebody. Okay. You know the URL, you know the story, and with that, I am going to close this video out. Well, that concludes this video. I hope you found the information helpful. And if you did, please don't forget to hit that subscribe button, like, comment, and share. And if you want to be updated as to when I post out new videos, please hit that bell notification icon. My name is Rich Pasini. You're watching Reseller News for September 18th, 2019. I'm wishing you guys all the happy sales. Have a great day. Until next time, bye-bye for now.